Stop and listen. What you're feeling, the chaos, the pressure, the sense of being trapped in a whirlwind of conflict and noise, is not punishment. It's power. It's the engine of transformation, and you're standing right at its center. The tension that surrounds you isn't here to break you. It's here to activate you. What looks like your collapse is actually the mechanism engineered for your greatest breakthrough. This isn't a coincidence. This is a calling. You were led here to receive this message because the final phase of your mission is already underway. To move forward, you must choose to align with the frequency of this truth. Like this video to lock your victory into this timeline. Subscribe to join the Awakened Collective, those who've stopped asking for permission to rise. Comment 77 to signal your conscious agreement with the divine orchestration behind this shift. And let this video replay in the background. Let its sound infuse your space, recalibrating your subconscious to the signal of the untraceable blueprint, the silent code, guiding your elevation. Your agreement is your activation. Chapter 1. The Untraceable Blueprint. To ascend, you must understand the terrain. You think you're surrounded by chaos, by egos, agendas, power struggles. That's the illusion. In truth, you're standing inside a divine crucible, and the fire around you is refinement, not destruction. The people, the setbacks, the tension, they are not your enemies. They are instruments of a higher will, playing a song they don't even realize exists. Their resistance is raw material, feeding your rise. This is the untraceable blueprint, a sacred architecture that turns opposition into fuel. Every false story they spread about you becomes a golden brick in your new path. Every effort to block you removes an invisible barrier. Every jealous whisper sanctifies the very air you walk through. They think they are cornering you, but they are guiding you toward a hidden gate only you can open. You've felt this, haven't you? That calm in the middle of chaos. While others scramble, you're anchored by a deep, ancient stillness. That's the first sign. Your soul recognizes the pattern, even if your mind hasn't yet mapped it. In the coming days, this will sharpen. You'll feel a surge, not a shock, but a grounding pulse. A vibration in your bones, quieting the chaos around you. It's not anxiety. It's confirmation. The blueprint is in motion, and the engine of your ascension is fully engaged. Your past was not a punishment, it was preparation. The isolation you endured wasn't neglect, it was sacred protection. The betrayals weren't losses, they were precision cuts, removing attachments that could not rise with you. The pain was never a wound, it was the forge. Every disappointment was heat. Every heartbreak, the strike of the hammer. Every lonely night, the quench that made your spirit unbreakable. You were being shaped into something that doesn't crack, doesn't bend, and cannot be defined by their reality. They mistook your silence for surrender. They assumed your calm meant defeat. They believed your strength meant you could carry more of their weight. But they were reading from a counterfeit map, a shallow imitation of truth they built to control others. You, on the other hand, are the true map. You are the embodiment of the untraceable blueprint. Your next move isn't based on logic or strategy. It's divine. It doesn't arise from the past. It echoes from your future. They can't predict your victory because they don't even know what game is being played. They are playing checkers. You are commanding the motion of stars. Chapter 2. The Forging of the Weapon. The opposition believes its weapons are gossip, exclusion, and systemic manipulation. They are mistaken. Those are merely the tools of the forge. The true weapon being forged in this fire is you. Your silence is a weapon. Your stillness is a weapon. Your focus is a weapon. In this phase of the blueprint, every attack is designed not to harm you, but to refine you. The constant barrage of negativity you have endured was a relentless, sustained sonic frequency meant to shatter the crystalline structures of your ego, to pulverize the parts of you that still sought their validation. It has worked. The person you were, the one who flinched at their judgment, is gone. In their place is a presence, an unshakable core of pure will. When they speak your name with malice, do you feel how it no longer penetrates your energy field? It is like watching stones thrown at a fortress wall. You can hear the impact, but you feel nothing. This is not detachment, it is sovereignty. This is the weapon being tempered. You have been trained to absorb immense pressure without reacting. This training is now complete. In the coming weeks, you will be presented with a test disguised as a direct and personal provocation. It will be an attack so blatant, so engineered to trigger an emotional response, that to not react will feel almost inhuman. This is the final exam. They expect rage, tears, or a desperate defense. You will give them nothing. You will give them a calm, steady gaze. Your gaze will not be empty. It will be full of a power they can feel, but not name. It communicates a single devastating truth. You are no longer on their frequency, and their broadcast can no longer reach you. Your silence in that moment will not be passive. It will be an active force, a wall of light they will crash against. It will send a shockwave through their network, creating a confusion they cannot resolve. They do not know how to fight something that does not fight back. They do not know how to defeat an opponent who is not even on the battlefield. Your refusal to engage is the most powerful offensive maneuver in the untraceable blueprint. It starves their reality of the energy it needs to survive. The weapon is not something you hold. It is something you are. Your very presence has become a contradiction to their world. When you walk into a room, the frequency shifts. You can feel it. The air becomes heavy for them, but light for you. Their lies, which are complex, energetic constructs, wither in your presence because your authenticity functions as a null field. Their masks begin to slip, not just metaphorically, but you may notice their facial muscles twitching, their smiles becoming strained, their carefully crafted personas flickering like a faulty hologram. They are right to be afraid of you, but they are afraid for all the wrong reasons. They fear you will expose them. The truth is far more terrifying. Your mere existence exposes them, and there is nothing they can do to stop it. Chapter 3. The Strategic Withdrawal. The next directive from the untraceable blueprint will feel counterintuitive. It will manifest as an undeniable gut-level urge to pull back, to leave, to disappear. Your mind, conditioned by the world's logic, will interpret this as retreat. It will scream that to leave now is to admit defeat, to let them win. Your mind is wrong. This is not a retreat. It is a strategic withdrawal. It is the drawing back of the celestial arrow along the bow of space-time before it is fired into the heart of a new reality. You are not running from the chaos. You are moving to higher ground to watch it consume itself. This withdrawal will require a physical act of severance. It could be leaving a job, ending a relationship, moving from a location, or simply cutting off all communication with a specific group of people. The blueprint will make it clear what must be cut. You will feel a sudden and complete revulsion toward a situation you once tolerated. This is not your emotion. It is a divine signal. To obey it without question is paramount. When you make this move, it will shock everyone. They have grown accustomed to your presence. They have built their identities around their opposition to you. You are the villain in their story, the scapegoat for their failures, the central pillar supporting their fragile alliances. When you remove yourself, their entire reality structure will begin to groan under the strain. They will not understand your departure. They will call you a coward. They will say you couldn't handle the pressure. Let them. Their words are the dying echoes of a world you have already left behind. The moment you make the cut, you will feel a profound and immediate shift. A physical lightness will settle upon you, so palpable you might check to see if your feet are still touching the ground. The air you breathe will feel cleaner, thinner, charged with a new kind of pranic energy that your lungs have been starving for. The chronic fatigue you have been carrying will begin to dissipate. Your thoughts will become sharp and clear. This is the energetic proof that you have followed the blueprint correctly. During this period of withdrawal, you are not idle. You are in a state of accelerated recalibration. Your energy body, no longer spending its resources fending off attacks, will begin to repair and upgrade itself. Your intuition will become startlingly loud and accurate. Your dreams will become classrooms delivering direct instructions and prophetic insights. You are being prepared for the next stage where you will wield the power you are now accumulating. This is a sacred period of consecration. Protect your solitude fiercely. You are a sovereign nation, and for this period, you are closing your borders, deactivating all treaties and revoking all visas. Your only job is to rebuild the internal infrastructure of your kingdom. Deny access to anyone or anything that feels misaligned. They will be watching from a distance, confused and unnerved by your silence. Your absence is a louder statement than any argument you could ever have made. They are about to discover that they were not fighting you. They were fighting the one thing that was holding their world together. Chapter 4. The collapse of their reality. The moment you enacted the strategic withdrawal, you pulled the master thread from their tapestry. Now you will bear witness to its complete unraveling. The chaos you once endured does not disappear. It simply loses its target and turns inward upon them. The alliances they formed against you were based on a single unifying principle, their shared opposition to your light. With you gone, that unifying principle is removed, and the only thing left is their own individual darkness. The infighting will begin subtly. You will hear whispers not meant for you, see fragments of angry text messages over someone's shoulder, or feel the sudden coldness between two people who were once thick as thieves. Then it will escalate. The very tactics they used on you, they will now turn upon each other. The gossip, the backstabbing, the sabotage, it will become their new language of communication. You must observe this from your place of serene detachment. To feel pity would be to send them energy to re-establish accord. To feel vindication would be to admit they still matter. Both are traps. You will feel only a cool, neutral clarity, the perspective of a geologist watching a mountain range erode over millennia. This is not your karma being delivered to them. It is their own chickens coming home to roost in a house they built themselves. A key sign that this phase is in full effect is the phenomenon of projection transference. The negative qualities they falsely projected onto you will begin to manifest visibly in their own lives. The one who called you incompetent will be exposed for a massive professional failure. The one who called you dishonest will be caught in a web of their own lies. The one who accused you of being manipulative will be seen by all as the master puppeteer. Reality itself is correcting the record. It is a divine audit, and their books are profoundly out of balance. They will become frantic. Some may even try to reach out to you to pull you back into their drama because your presence gave them a sense of purpose. They need an enemy to feel alive. Do not respond. Your silence is your shield and your sanctuary. You are watching a controlled demolition, and your only job is to remain outside the blast radius. The untraceable blueprint ensured that their entire system was built on a lie, the lie of your inferiority. Without that lie to prop it up, the structure has no integrity. It was a house of cards built in a wind tunnel, and you were the only thing blocking the wind. By stepping aside, you have allowed energetic nature to take its course. Watch them. They will flail against the consequences of their own choices, blaming each other for the storm you are no longer there to absorb. Their world is collapsing, not because you wished it, but because it was never real in the first place. Chapter 5. The revelation of power. After the collapse of their world comes the construction of yours. This phase is marked by the arrival of your victory. It will not arrive with a thunderous explosion, but with the quiet, undeniable gravity of destiny. An opportunity will manifest in your life that seems so impossibly perfect, so exquisitely tailored to your unique gifts and journey, that it could not possibly be a coincidence. It is not. It is the next sequence in the untraceable blueprint. It might be a career offer that bypasses all the usual gatekeepers, a creative project that receives sudden and unexpected support, or a connection that opens a door you thought was permanently sealed. This opportunity will serve two functions. First, it is your material reward. It is the tangible proof of your triumph. Second, and more importantly, it is a public invalidation of every lie, every slander, every doubt they ever cast in your direction. The victory will not just contradict their narrative, it will erase it from the timeline, as if it were never written. It will be a success so visible, so undeniable, that it renders all their past criticisms absurd. They said you were not skilled enough. This victory will place you in a position of mastery. They said you were isolated. This victory will surround you with a new, aligned collective. They said you were going nowhere. This victory will place you on a stage they cannot even access. The moment this revelation occurs, you will feel a profound energetic shift within your own body. It will feel like a wave of warm, liquid gold spreading through your chest. The feeling of cosmic justice being delivered. Look at yourself in the mirror. On that day, look deep. The light behind your pupils will have changed. It will be steady, ancient and unflinching. The face looking back at you is the one you had before they told you who you were supposed to be. Their reaction will be the final confirmation. They will be stunned into silence. They cannot attack this victory because it is too solid, too real. They cannot comprehend how you achieved it, because they were not privy to the blueprint. They will see the final result, but will have no understanding of the process. In their limited reality, you have gone from 0 to 100 overnight. They will be forced into a state of quiet, bewildered respect mixed with a healthy dose of fear. It is the fear a phantom feels when confronted with a solid object. Your reality is now more real than theirs, and this fact will destabilize them on a fundamental level. This is the moment your power becomes manifest. It is not arrogant or boastful. It is a simple fact, as real as gravity. You have turned their chaos into your coronation. You have alchemized their poison into your nectar. You took everything they threw at you and used it to build your throne. Accept this victory fully. Do not downplay it. Do not feel guilty for it. You did not get lucky. You earned it across lifetimes of preparation and through a trial by fire in this one. This is your inheritance. Claim it. Chapter 6. The Architects of the New World. Your personal victory was never the final destination. It was a demonstration. The entire process you endured, from the initial chaos to the final revelation of power, was a live beta test for a new operating system for reality. You are the pioneer, the one who proved the untraceable blueprint works. Now your role shifts. You are no longer just following the blueprint. You have become an architect. Your journey has been encoded into the ether as a template for other chosen ones who are still in the fire. They will not need to endure what you endured because your success has created a shortcut for them. Your light now serves as a lighthouse, but it does not shout warnings. It simply exists, a steady rhythmic pulse of truth that cuts through the densest fog, allowing other captains to recalibrate their own internal compasses. This is the silence of ascension. It is a state that cannot be accurately described, only experienced. It is the feeling of absolute presence in your own sovereign energy field. This is a palpable space that extends a few feet around your body, a zone of absolute coherence where discord cannot survive. Within this field, you are the singular, undisputed law. Time itself seems to slow down, to bend to your will. The frantic urgency of the world no longer touches you. You operate on a different timeline, a timeline governed by divine inspiration, not external deadlines. The us versus them dynamic that fueled your journey has dissolved. It has not dissolved. because you have forgiven them or reconciled with them. It has dissolved because they have ceased to exist in your vibrational reality. They are not gone, but you can no longer perceive them clearly. It is like trying to tune into a radio station that has gone off the air. There is only static where their frequency used to be. Their reality and yours no longer intersect. In this silence, your power does not shout, it simply is. It is in the way the world rearranges itself to accommodate your needs. It is in the synchronicities that become your new normal. It is in the deep, unshakable peace that resides in your core, a peace that is not contingent on any external condition. This silence is not empty. It is pregnant with potential. It is the canvas upon which you will paint your next reality. The untraceable blueprint has not ended. It has simply brought you to the master control room. From here you are no longer just executing the plan. You are co-creating it. Your desires, now purified by the fires of your initiation, are instantly translated into divine commands. This is not the wanting of the ego. It is a state of clear, unimpeded knowing. When you recognize that something is required for your path, the universe treats that recognition as an executive order. The resources, people, and circumstances rearrange themselves to fulfill it without delay. What you will for yourself, you will for the collective. What you build in your own life becomes a possible reality for others. This is the ultimate power and the ultimate responsibility. The journey ahead is no longer about survival or vindication. It is about creation, expansion, and the expression of a love so profound it can only be born from having walked through the deepest shadows. The instructions are complete. The transformation is anchored. The silence is now yours. Listen to what it has to tell you next.